Hello, everybody.
Well, what do you know?
Welcome to the Mega64 podcast. You're here with the Mega64 boys on a hot Sunday night. Yeah. We
I thought he was
are
going to say wet Sunday.
I thought
night.
so too, but it's not wet.
Stamp out there.
Wet
live.
Sunday night.
Oh, we are nice and dry.
Yep.
Speak for yourself.
Well,
Okay.
I'm ashy. I'm so dry.
oh.
Get some lotion.
Rocco and Sean are implying that they're not dry. They're implying that they are, in fact, wet.
Too wet crew.
Well, yeah, it was pretty moist outside. I was out and it was like it was moist.
Dewy.
Yeah, it was dewy.
It was dewy.
Nice.
Johnny, can we get a two-shot of the Dewey Boys?
Do we want to talk about the moisture
fucking
level?
wet now.
Moist boys.
No,
No, that's
those two.
not that. No.
Wet
Johnny,
bandits
No,
over here.
no, not me.
them.
Those
God.
two.
Literally anybody but
The
what
Dewey.
you did.
Jeez.
Those
Where's
guys.
Kevin?
The Dewey boys aren't happy with you.
Dewey boys.
Where the
Moist
fuck-
boys. Moisture. Don't get me in there. Don't let me in with those guys. I'm dry.
hydrating.
I'm a dry dude.
He's a dry dude.
I'll hydrate now.
Anyway, welcome. This is the Kobe Bryant tribute episode. We are going to exclusively talk about Kobe.
Wow. Wow.
I don't know what you're
Are
doing.
we going to make fun of?
I don't know what you're
don't know-
doing.
No,
I
I wanted to pay. No, I'm
Are we
going
going to make fun of a legend
No, I wanted to do a
live on the
tribute.
podcast?
I know. I
want you-
wanted to do a tribute. Now everyone's jumping
All
on.
right,
me.
do the tribute. Let's start over. Do the tribute.
He's a goat. Let him do
Real
it.
talk.
Yeah.
I saw Kobe Bryant like half a dozen times in Galaxy's Edge.
That's wonderful.
And he, every time, was walking around. There would be people yelling, just straight up yelling at him. People just going, MVP, getting in his face. And he was nice every single time.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to say. That's
That's a
that's
goat.
really not a joke.
I
saw him.
also-
No, he wasn't with Mitt Romney. Whoever that is in the chat, we're going to have
on.
Twitch come to your house and talk to you.
Ban him.
I also saw Kobe Bryant a couple times.
Really?
At soccer tournaments with Emma at State Cup. It was like the best teams of San Diego and LA.
wow.
And he watched this kid play, and it was really cool. Like, he'd always make time for every single kid who wanted to talk to him. It was fucking cool.
A good guy.
I know. I am legitimately sad about this.
Every industry, it seems like they have a story about him.
Goat behavior,
Can
man.
I'd like to start with a joke. What is the worst part about being hotel workers? Everybody can breathe easy. That's all I have
Is that-
to say about Kobe.
I need to-
Sean, thoughts?
Theme song.
I'm a lonely horseman, got my pistol. I'm just trying to be somebody besides a lonely horseman. Got my gun at my side, I'm just trying to be a lonely horseman, 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 lonely horseman.
We had a great weekend.
We did.
Yeah.
We had a great week.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, this last Wednesday we went to we had Kevin's bachelor party and Rachel's bachelorette party. I wasn't part of the latter, but we went with us here. We went with Kevin. We all went to Disneyland and we
Yeah.
all found our way onto the new Rise of the Resistance ride that just opened.
It was an unusual. Did they used to call them stag parties back in the day?
Was that I've
Or
heard
was
of,
that something
I've heard of
else?
stag films,
Yeah.
which is like 50s lingo for,
But we did the
Pornos.
we did it up better than Vegas could ever provide in Batu.
we put Vegas to shame.
Yeah, Bachelor Bachelorette combo in Disneyland.
But it was extremely difficult to get a stripper to come to Disneyland.
You did have you had complications.
And I don't
getting
know
there.
if she got stopped at the gate or if she took a detour to Adventureland, but she never showed up. Basically,
you had a whole thing planned.
$1,200 down the
Oh
drain.
my gosh.
Down the drain.
That's a pretty penny. I I'd never been inside the park before. That was my first time.
You never been inside Disneyland?
Well, Galaxy's Edge Park, that side. The
what did you think
Black
of it?
Spire Outpost.
The first time I went to Batu, I was really jaded, like, what's this going to be? And then walking in, it was like, holy shit, I want to live here. It was like so much more amazing than I was prepared for.
I got to admit that I didn't know the level of detail that everything was going to have. Because I hadn't looked at any kind of social media stuff or ads. I like, aside from stuff Rocco posts, which is, your basic power stance in the Millennium Falcon hallway, I hadn't seen a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I was really blown away by like actually seeing everything up close and interacting with that Play app.
They kept fucking with you.
Yeah, the actors were
Like,
definitely like
repeatedly.
seeking me out.
You're like,
yeah.
I think that you're just an attention grabbing person.
I
Like they see you from across Batu and they're like, I'm going to go talk to that guy.
I think Kylo was basically like stereotyping me. He summed me up with one look and he's like, oh, I could get this guy on my side. And he was over there to recruit. And I think, Sean, you were trying to turn me onto the dark side.
Yeah, I was trying,
But
I was saying just go with it, but you didn't want to. He held his ground.
He silenced Sean.
Yeah, he did.
I have a lot of great video from that night because of just everyone having their phones out when we were going around. And while everyone was fucking with me, there's like great pictures of it. So we've been tweeting that out and I put some on my Instagram stories. It was super fun though.
Yeah. Go ahead, Rocco.
No.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no,
I thought you were saying something. No, it was an awesome day. That was probably like my favorite day at Disneyland. In a long time, actually. We spent like 95% of it in Galaxy's Edge, and it was really fun.
It was weird being there without game days. That's like the only time I've gone in the last, I don't know, probably like 4 or 5 visits.
Yeah, the new ride was really impressive just in the sense that it wasn't even really like just a ride. Like it's hard to describe because I had a lot of people asking me like, oh, how long is the new ride? And it's like, well, it's not even, I don't even know how I would judge that because it's like a whole ongoing experience. Like you go through like 5 different things. It's all an enveloping thing. I don't even know how
One
you
thing
would rate
kept
that,
topping
yeah.
the next. Like,
yeah, it was like they used every trick that they learned in all their attractions and shows and whatever and put it in one thing. And I was really like blown away by that.
Break it down. You have like,
should we
obviously Star Tours.
Yeah,
They're
okay.
using those tricks, which they use in Smuggler's Run.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little bit of Haunted Mansion in there where like the line is kind of moving you through the queue without you realizing it.
Mm-hmm.
What
It's hard because I don't want to
like
spoil.
the animatronics. Well, I mean,
I don't want to spoil too. I know it's out there, but like if people are waiting to like visit,
I'm not talking specifically like
Sure.
I'm just saying like kind of what other rides have their imprint and fingerprint on this ride. I guess they all do a little bit.
for me, it was the first. The track system was different than anything I've ridden in California in the Disneyland.
Rocco told me when he went to Japanese Disneyland
Yeah.
that they had trackless ride technology, all like GPS stuff. And I had always
In
wondered,
their
like,
Winnie the Pooh ride.
and I was like, how
Right.
the fuck
Yeah.
does that work? So when we got on this ride and there was no track, I was like, holy shit, they fucking brought it over.
Yeah.
They're doing the Japanese Disney tricks now.
Yeah, it took like over a decade to get that here, but once they did, it paid off. And what's funny is they're going to get a Ratatouille ride in Epcot like next year or later this year. And that was one that they did in Paris like years ago when they were still kind of figuring out that technology. And it's not, I don't know, it's not as intricate. Like I've heard it's not that impressive. I haven't been on it, but that's going to open in Epcot later this year. And I don't think after this, I don't think people are going to be as impressed. Like, it's like,
the subject
you're
matter.
in like a little mouse, like going around a room. It's like, I already went on Star Wars like that. Anyway, the way they utilize everything, it really is a disservice to like show too much or reveal too much. I wouldn't look up any video. Like
It was so cool being cold when we went.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know anything.
I had no idea what I was getting into, and I'm not going to reveal anything about the ride, but it was constantly a feeling of like, Is this it? I'm not sure. Okay. Oh, this is cool. Is this the ride? Okay, I'm not sure. Now we're doing this thing. It was very like,
Yeah.
what's the way? Almost, this is going to sound bad, but insidious the way they get you on this ride, because you're almost on the ride for a long time before you even realize it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was content with like the queuing process and everything. It's like, if that's all this was, and I didn't know that it just kept one-upping itself, I would be content at, you know, the first half.
I was
of
on
it.
such an adrenaline rush when it ended.
Yeah.
Having just gone in cold, and it was so much bigger than I ever could have imagined. I was really, really impressed.
The scale of it is what
I-
blows me away.
I mean, I enjoyed that ride more than like any of the movies. I was like so down for Star Wars after that. I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it really got. There's a couple parts in it that get the spirit of Star Wars more than like anything I've seen in a long time. Like, again, don't want to give away anything,
Right.
but it was really, really like impressive. It was really, really impressive.
Should we talk about how we were fully cock teased on our first entrance in? Well, maybe not all of us is our first entrance into the ride, but when we first got on,
Yeah, there's an intro part to the whole thing that breaks all the time. Basically, that's it.
so we got to the front of that queue, like where
Yeah.
that part happened,
and they like brief you on what's about to happen, and then they just dump people out there. Like, here's what's going to happen, and it's always breaking there. Like, I think on both coasts, it breaks at that part because there's a special effect there,
And we
that
were on
needs
a-
to do something for you, and
we were on like a very lucky streak getting into that ride in the first place, because it was pretty hard to get into. You guys had a strategy showing up like first thing in the morning, but
yeah.
it was amazing that we all got on that thing and got to ride it together. And it worked out that once it reopened and they'd fixed the problem, we got on.
Yeah. So once it was all over, I didn't tell anybody, but I had tried days before to go on that because I was trying to set it up for Kevin. I was trying to arrange some things behind the scenes to get Kevin on that day. But anyway, and when I went, it broke in the same spot. So I got to see it, like the opening of it, like, oh, this is going to be so cool. All right, everyone get out. Oh, okay. All right. So that was that.
What is it that's breaking? Do we know? Did they say like what?
No. I mean, I think it's hard to, they've got to like move you from place
Right.
to place.
Right.
And that is what's breaking. Something that's moving you.
Moving
I saw,
magic.
like-
It's all a lot of like tricks. behind
I don't
the
even
scenes.
know quite what the fuck happened in that part of the ride.
Right.
Like, I get it. They move you,
Yeah.
but the logistics of it are so like, I don't know where I was.
Yeah.
They took me and I don't know where they took me.
Yeah.
And was I still in Disneyland? I have no concept of,
Yeah.
did I go 2 feet? Did I go 30 miles?
Yeah.
Did I go to a galaxy far, far away? I don't know. It's so,
Yeah, you did.
it's so immersive. It's such a magic trick.
Yeah.
It was cool. And I thought was
actors
pretty jaded about Disneyland, but this is like, it's reinvigorating for me.
Yeah.
Well, oh,
The actors in that ride,
Yeah.
fucking outdo themselves. It was the best experience, I think,
they're
having the
all,
real
like,
actors.
They're
in
all
there.
like imperial, like officers, from the movies, and they're like mean to you.
yeah.
Yeah, they have the best job in the whole park.
That seems like the funnest, right?
Yeah.
Though I do feel like maybe that job is the worst because people will fuck with you. Because I feel like, oh, you're going to be mean to me at Disneyland? Well, I'm going to be mean to you back. Like, or just mess with you.
I think you'd get so good at.
And they're gone within, they're away from you in 10 seconds anyways. I don't know.
You probably get good at comebacks, though.
I'm
Like,
sure people think, honestly, it's the people say the same 5 things to them and they just say the same 5 comebacks.
Right.
And the people who say the 5 things are the people who think, oh, I made this up. I'm the first person to say this. And then they're not. And the guy has a comeback for it already to go.
We saw one hilarious lady in Bot 2 because Kylo Ren was messing with Garrett. Oh,
One of several times.
What was he fucking saying? He was like,
He wanted me to join his bullshit
join
first
the
order.
Garrett's having an interaction with Kylo Ren one-on-one. It's everybody has their phones. It's
my dream.
Some lady from out of nowhere, like, inserts herself into the situation, like steps in front of Garrett and is like, Ben, we're waiting for you when you want to come home. Doing all this in character, like, oh, I'm trying to talk to Ben Solo. I know he's in there. Like, lady, this is an actor. We're at Disneyland. This isn't actually Star Wars.
It's for kids, lady.
Yeah, nobody can. And then we walked away and Kylo Ren walked the other way. She was like following him around, being like, Ben, wait up. I want to talk to you some more. It's like, I could feel the actor had a mask on, but I could feel him like rolling his eyes like, I don't want to be a part of this. I'm just going to walk away.
No hand gestures for her. He got like an inch away from my face with his finger. He was pointing at me when he was talking to me and like very intimidatingly like clutching and squeezing his leather glove to where I could like hear it. And
I'm just now realizing Star Wars Land is the only part of Disneyland that's filled with bad people.
Yeah.
Like the cast members are like pretending to be evil and they like get in your face and they fuck with you. I never see Rey walking around being nice. It's always Kylo Ren like
saw Rey.
threatening people.
Yeah,
I
Rey
saw
was hiding.
And Chewbacca.
yeah.
Oh, well, Chewbacca fucked with us too.
But he's still nice. He's a Wookiee. He just didn't know.
I saw Rey and another character actually like interacting with kids, but honestly, there weren't that many kids around that day. We went on such a good day.
Yeah, it's
as
pretty
far
empty.
as like the park being empty.
It was really dead.
It was the best. It was the best crowd wise.
Yeah.
The best day at Disneyland I've been to in like a decade.
Yeah.
It reminded me of, 10 years ago, I had an annual pass, and we would just kind of go up on random days. Oh, Tuesday afternoon. Oh, Thursday morning, and it was, you could time it and kind of come empty. And I don't really have that experience anymore because we go on like Sunday for game days, a weekend in October or early November. That's kind of my one day yearly Disney trip. It's always packed. So this was like, oh, I forgot the park could be like this. 15 minutes to ride Smuggler's Run. 5 minutes for Pirates of the Caribbean. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
it
we
was-
did a lot.
Yeah, it was a really good day there. I was really surprised. We built lightsabers.
Yeah. That was the cherry on top of the final like the piece de resistance of the day was I got to like clip that on and carry it around.
Yeah, you got the clip.
Well, Rocco had two swinging at one point, so I think
Yeah, I got the.
that's how a pimp does it.
Yeah, I wanted to wear a lightsaber on my belt throughout the land just as I walked around, so no one would think I was weak.
Yeah.
And so
And it made stormtroopers fuck with you.
yeah, I got the Mace Windu lightsaber, just the hilt, and hung it from my belt. And then as soon as I clipped it, yeah, the stormtroopers started harassing me. They were like coming up to me and asking if I was a collector. You're a collector, right? I was like, yeah, sure. I don't even know. I was giving them like cops like episode answers. Like, no, I don't even know what this. My friend handed it to me. I don't even know what this is.
What does collector mean? What does that mean?
It's all like in universe where
No, they're just asking if I was. Are you a collector?
Like, is he
lightsabers.
going to use that as a weapon?
Yeah.
Or are you just collecting?
Oh, I
yeah, they were like,
memorabilia?
you're just a
I see.
collector, right?
and I noticed like only the stormtroopers called it a lightsaber. All the other like cast members, people selling stuff that would
Yeah.
comment on it, they'd call it a scrap metal.
Yeah, they.
I,
you buy
like
some
that's what's up
scrap.
with that?
They're all rebels, so it's like code. Like, hey, we know you're a Jedi. Keep it
I
secret.
was waiting for Kylo to come talk shit to me because I had banter locked and loaded. Because he walks around with two stormtroopers everywhere he goes.
Right.
So I was gonna call him out like, you talk a big game, but let's see you without your boys backing you up. Kylo Ren, Jedi Knight, who walks around with two stormtroopers. I'm by myself. Let's go mano a mano. But he didn't.
I thought
approach me.
about that too because I held my ground and told him like, "Yo, I'm a conscientious observer, bro. I don't want to get involved in some galaxy war." And
conscientious observer.
that's when he told me basically that he's going to crush the rebels, and then he threatened my life as well. But I wonder if I would have gone the other role and like kneeled before him and asked him to knight me. If I could follow him around and
Yeah,
like,
what would he have done?
I don't know. Maybe we could have gone on a date. Maybe we could have got a Ronto rap.
Maybe he would have taken you backstage and
You ever
you would have
see-
been in the show.
I would love to see
Dude,
Kylo.
that would have been so cool.
Stuff a Ronto wrap under his mask.
Can you imagine?
Just munch it.
He takes you backstage and we don't know where you went, and then the show starts and there's three stormtroopers and you take off your helmet and you're one of them.
That'd be so
That was
cool.
gonna happen, but you blew it.
Damn, dude. But hey, I stand by it. When I built my saber, I went peace and justice.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on.
What? That's fucked.
Oh my blade isn't inserted. My kyber crystals is shorting out.
Oh
Hold on.
shit. Yeah. Oh no.
Guys,
Hey.
just give him like just 5 minutes to.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Behold.
Ooh, the white one. Do you have
Yeah.
like a cool slogan about your white lightsaber, Garrett?
That sounds cool.
I don't
Yeah,
know
the
what
sound
you're
effect is cool.
implying by the color of my blade here, but no, I don't.
Okay, I was
I'm just a
wondering.
good guy.
Dude,
yeah, it
whoa.
sounds
That
like
white-
It
yeah,
sounds
that
like
does
fucked
sound
up, like
cool.
blowing out the speaker or something.
like electrostatic
It's
discharge.
It can't handle it.
You know what I think you should do is name your lightsaber Dorner.
No.
No.
Don't bring up White Dorner again. That's a part of my history I'd like to forget.
Okay, all right, we'll move on.
I think mine is just like your. I think mine has one different part. I'm looking at
really?
yours right now, and I think we only did one different thing. Except the blade is definitely different on mine.
Yeah,
I
what'd you
wanted to
get?
do classic, like old Jedi lightsaber again, but I
Oh,
went
wow.
green. Is that gonna like black out the camera?
No.
Remember it was
That.
doing that.
It looks good.
Remember what was it? The yellow one or the purple one? When I did it on Black Friday, I went like that, and like the camera went dim.
I think it was the purple one.
Yeah.
Power of the.
And I said, like, I
saber.
could censor parts of the show I don't want on. Like, I do that and then it turns off. I don't remember what color that was, but anyway. Yeah. Anyway, I think this is the only part that's different.
No, let's see. Hold it up. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only one. That
no,
top
you have a
part.
different. You have a different base
Oh, I do. Oh, I do. Yeah. You're
and a
right.
different top sleeve.
Okay.
And a different switch. I think we. Oh no, you have the switch.
Same switch.
I like
Anyway,
the switch.
This is the second one that I had to bring back to Galaxy's Edge to fix because it wasn't.
Yeah, that's a bummer,
That
bro.
sucks, dude. That sucks.
Oh, whoops! I dropped. Oh,
I also
doesn't
got
matter.
the Peace and Justice.
Oh, Sean.
Yeah. Mine's pretty different from you guys, though. It's.
Yeah, you picked a lot of different
I think
parts.
it's all different.
For being in the same faction here, yeah, they're all very unique in their own way.
Yeah. But I.
Oh man,
Blue Boy.
you got the classic sound pack in there.
Yeah.
There's a classic whoosh.
I compared my old Master Replica's Vader saber to this one, and like I got some extra crystals, so I was
yeah?
changing out the sounds.
Yeah.
that's the coolest part. Is
Whoa.
you put a different crystal in it, and it has the whole different
That's
sound.
what I love. So when I
sample
first
pack.
got it made, I went with green, mostly because my kids want me to get green. But then I was like, I can get a different crystal. So in my heart, it's always blue. But now I can change it out, and they can whenever they want to play with it, they can.
Oh
I'll switch the crystal out for them, and they can have what color they want.
Was it purple that blocked out the? There's one color that when it go to. There's. It's not.
maybe it's
happening.
yellow.
Maybe it was.
The
We'll
chat
never
said
know.
it was
Anyway.
yellow, so
Okay, yeah, maybe that's what it was.
You're all playing with your lightsabers.
yeah. I mean,
It's really nerdy.
it's fun, dude.
Have fun.
Damn.
I will have fun, actually.
I am legitimately for Christmas. Everyone pitched in for me to get this, and I'm really appreciative.
No, we knew you had to get one.
My really thank you everyone who
guess it's just-
everyone who
just
did
us
pitch in.
now.
Thank you.
Just us boys having fun. I guess.
Have fun. Throw that pimp in.
Shit.
Whoa.
Shit.
Yeah, so I got the elemental lightsaber, Raincore, tooth, end cap. Also, somebody here tonight, I'm going to not name names, called this the butt scratcher.
Oh.
I take it one step further, butt plug.
Oh.
Which then gave me the brilliant idea, attach a butt plug to the bottom of your lightsaber. Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be cool.
This, as I was told, has Brylark wood from the planet Kashyyyk. Very force-sensitive plants.
Wow.
Leather wrappings. I don't know where the leather comes from. Let's say it's something cool, like Raincore skin leather. Ooh. And this is a Raincore tooth. Very small. You probably think these are bigger, considering how big the Raincore is. This is like a baby tooth. This one probably fell out all on its own.
Didn't even hurt the Rancor.
Didn't even hurt the Raincore.
So it's eco-friendly. Oh, it's green too. You're
I got green. I chose green during the ceremony, and then Kevin actually donated a red crystal because I said I kind of want to do red. He's like, "Oh, I got an extra one. You can have it." Very gracious. Love that boy. And then I ran and got a yellow one because I was told those are exclusive. That you can only buy them in the store. Like, you know, they're kind of rare and fancy.
With the crystals,
Right.
what is white from? I don't know what white's even from.
Ahsoka Tano, bro.
I think that's all just like Clone Wars cartoon. Don't like, oh, never mind. I was going to say, like, there's like temple guards with those, but I think that's yellow.
You know what? My love of that color saber is
why is
'cause
this?
I love Obi-Wan. And when Obi-Wan holds his lightsaber like that in episode 3, New Hope, 4, A New Hope, it reminded me of the white lightsaber that they sell here at the park, so I picked it up.
Yeah, his did kind of look white in the movies.
And that's the one I got. I got it because I got my lightsaber tattoo.
And that one
on
kind
my
of looks
hip.
a little blue.
Right. So it's kind of in there. And it's got this funky
Yeah, that's
noise.
funny. I didn't even think about that because it did look like that.
I just feel like, I went with the big wide emitter because Obi-Wan's is like that too.
It was close. When I was building it, I really was struggling until I put it all together, and then it lined up like all these gold pieces lined up together. I didn't even know. It looks.
Yeah, that looks like.
It's so fucking cool.
Hey man, I was always on the podcast a little hesitant about dropping that cash for a lightsaber build, but the ceremony, the pin you get, and just the whole experience, plus how heavy and like well constructed the lightsaber is.
Yeah.
A step above the master replicas that I paid equally as much for 10 years ago. I was very happy as a customer.
I think the way that they do it is really nice. How you get the pin beforehand and you just wear it, and then they don't say anything. You don't have to say it ever again. Yeah. They just see their pin on you. Go, oh, they know, like, oh, this is what, and they just display. Like,
shouts out Carlos.
Once they really, you kind of, I don't know. They make it feel like you're getting a good deal with spending that much on a lightsaber, which is impressive because it costs a lot of money.
I still haven't heard from anyone that said, "Oh, I did it," and man, I got ripped off. You know, it's like, I'll
tell you too. When you walk out of the room or you go outside, and everyone is holding their lightsabers up and like swinging around and stuff like that, you just look at the crowd and they're like, everyone's so fucking jealous.
Yeah,
they're so jealous.
That's smart that they dump you, and the storefront is beautiful. It's like incognito because it's all in character. That it's like
not
a hidden, like a scrap shop.
Yeah, Savi's is like a hidden scrap
like
shop,
black market.
Yeah,
it's cool because
they play it like
you gotta
that.
know somebody.
They play it well though because they dump you back into the courtyard where everyone is like pondering if they're gonna buy it or not. And once you see that group dump out and all swinging around, especially we got out at night.
Yeah, at dusk, and it just got dark.
It was like, oh damn, they're smart.
Yeah,
they're thinking.
They are. And those appointments are always full, right? There's never just like an empty room.
I think they clump people together because we had people in our party that weren't with us.
Well, yeah,
but yeah, the room was full.
Yeah, but I mean, they're pretty consistent. I don't know if it's always full, but
I just think that that room changes out every, was it half an hour?
Yeah, 20 minutes.
And it's like, I don't know how many spots are in there, but that's $200 a person.
Oh.
Like
somebody did the math on Twitter once, and it was like they were making like, what was it? They were making like $4,000 an hour or something. In there,
and I would believe that easy.
Or 3,600 or something close to that. I thought
easy. And then
if it was full all the time, I don't know if it is.
I'm just thinking like, I don't know what this cost them to make, like these parts.
Well,
like they're heavy duty, but it's just,
there's some die-cast shop in China just pumping
that's what I'm saying. Like it couldn't, I would say, I'll be generous and say it cost them $35 for this.
I would say, maybe $60, $70 worth of parts.
But you feel like it's so cool and well done, and
accessorizing them, they're smart with all this kyber crystal and different
that's
blade
the thing
lengths.
Is like, I'm a fucking grown up, whatever. I walk into this and I feel like I'm a little kid again, like doing what I fucking dreamed of doing since I first saw Star Wars, and it's so cool.
And that's how I felt on that new attraction too. Honestly, like they made you feel like you were dropped into one of the movies. You know what I mean? Like it had that feeling of like we're doing shit we're not supposed to be doing.
Oh, I told myself
set to that music.
I told myself like I'm watching the original trilogy within a month like from getting back. Like I'm gonna make time to sit
Yeah.
down and watch
I
those
bought the
movies
new
again.
Star Wars game.
That too.
I left
wa-
Star Wars and I'm getting that fucking game.
Yeah.
I'm
wanna
gonna
do
build
that.
this lightsaber in that. I heard you can make the same things in the game, so I
Yeah.
got Fallen Order.
Have you been playing it?
Yeah, I played it for maybe like an hour. I beat like the first level.
Okay. I'm gonna get that too.
We're talking about Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. It's an EA game. I feel like the only time I buy an EA game nowadays is when it's a Star Wars game. What else are they making? Are they?
Yeah, they got the exclusive deal for Star Wars, so I guess that's a big part of their thing. But then
Madden.
Yeah, they make sports games.
Madden, and then what like Battlefield? That's them, right?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay. Yeah, I think that might be.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
This game is
Yeah,
pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
We got called out because we spent another half a podcast talking about Star Wars. Sorry.
Well, they keep putting
Sorry,
Star Wars
everybody.
things
Oh, no.
out.
Well, you know what, guys? We had a lot of Star Wars experiences.
Yeah.
And frankly, Kevin and Rachel aren't that interesting. And we got to fill it with as much Star Wars content as we can.
It's
'Cause
LucasArts.
that's a lot more big budget, crazy stuff. There were no starships at their wedding. So what do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, there weren't. I checked.
No, I was backtracking with that because that was a fun day that we had. And then
Sure.
yesterday was their actual wedding. And that was a lot of fun. I was half an hour of Star Wars talk later.
Well, we're gonna do an hour on the wedding right now, so strap in.
Well,
It was
can
a
we
lot of
pause
fun.
to
Yeah.
thank our sponsors for this podcast?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Before we get into
Yeah.
what will be hours and hours of talking about this momentous occasion, let's thank our sponsor for this week's podcast, Ting.com. Ting is your alternative to cell phone service that is locked you into a contract and you're paying more than you should. With Ting, there are no contracts. You could try it for a month, no strings attached. They're on the same towers as Verizon and Sprint, so it's a national network. Ting is the smarter choice for affordable cell phone service. You pay a fair price for the talk, text, and data you actually use each month. The average monthly Ting bill is $23. Try it out for yourself by going to mega64.ting.com, and you will get a $25 credit to try out Ting, which you probably have like $3 left over, the $25 credit, and your $23 monthly bill. Try out Ting.com. Save yourself some money. Use that extra money. Go to Star Wars Land, get a lightsaber,
Right.
or go to a friend's wedding,
Yeah.
Or have your own.
or have your own. You
Plan a wedding.
With the $20, with the,
with the $3 that
with
you
the few
save.
bucks you save a month.
With the three
after
extra
3
dollars.
months you could have a wedding. Yeah, anyway, we had a wonderful day yesterday at Kevin and Rachel's wedding. Yeah, it was an incredible time.
I don't know how much. What I mean, is it a secret? Like Rachel, Kevin? No.
I mean, I posted
Like,
all about it.
yeah. See, I didn't know because I didn't like. Because sometimes, like, I've heard that it's bad etiquette to post pictures that you take at someone's wedding. That's what I have been told.
Well,
And
yeah,
I was
for all
like,
the people who weren't invited.
Oh, I don't know.
I
It's
didn't-
old-fashioned
think about
thinking. We live in a social media
Well,
age.
but then I saw Rachel
But I'm
like
with you.
posting the pictures that people took. So like, well, if she's clearly fine with it. She's seen it and she's not mad. I'm assuming. I still held off. You know, I don't know. But I will say, not to get too into the wedding ceremony
Their
itself,
private
but
day.
But God, it was so fucking
What a,
sweet.
what a beautiful
It was
ceremony.
beautiful. It was and you guys, 10 minutes long. That's how
Yeah,
you do a ceremony.
perfect.
That's how you fucking do it.
Like that,
Hey, you
right?
just say that you love each other, and I
Cocktail
do
hour.
kiss the bride. We're done.
No,
That's
they
how
both
you do it.
they both read something that they wrote to each other.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Excellent. And a few words outside of that, and enough. Like, what else is there really to say?
Music, everything.
The two
perfect.
people, the two people at the center of it, say something important.
Right.
Who else needs to say anything? You know.
Yeah.
So perfect.
It was great.
So well done. Yeah, it was great.
And then,
yeah.
in true Kevin fashion, we are at the reception, and it's great. There's a pit to make s'mores with fire pit with marshmallows and everything,
Yeah.
all the works. We got the bar going with coffee and drinks, and then we have the DJ playing music, and the DJ comes on and goes, "I've never had this requested before, but here we go." And it was temporary secretary.
Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah.
Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah.
Played that song at your wedding. I appreciate it. And everyone got really excited. It was great. It was great.
Yeah, it was really, really awesome, and yeah, I can't say enough. Like it was, we had a really wonderful night, and honestly, like it was really hard for them. I mean, not getting too personal, whatever, but it was really hard for them because they lived in different countries, and
Sure.
to like arrange for that to happen is like not easy, and I think given that, with all the challenges there are to do something like that, it was like perfect.
It was great.
It was really good.
Yeah.
It was really the big mind blower was, I'm going to blow everyone's mind at home. Maybe I've said this before. I don't know. Maybe I've talked about this before, but this is what was a mind blower to me yesterday. We were sitting around, I was making s'mores with other people. And then I think they had sticks to like skewer the s'mores with.
Yeah.
Right.
Roast your mellow.
And then I ate so many s'mores, and then I was just melting marshmallows.
Yeah.
And I had like too many of those, and it's like, okay, I got to slow down. But then just burning the sticks was fun too. 'Cause
very
then you have
therapeutic.
Something on fire.
I
and
did
you
that
just,
too.
Yeah, it was fun.
They give you wood. They say stick it in the fire. Were you not going to burn it?
Yeah, exactly.
I had a good time.
So that was a lot of fun. But while I was doing that, we just got so like meta in the moment. It was like, I remember doing, hope this is embarrassing anybody. I remember doing community theater with Derek.
Oh shit.
In like 2004. And I remember posting online. I was like, I didn't even know if we had, I didn't even know at that point. We had no information on like, do we have any viewers? Did we, we would post videos on our website.
Yeah, but that doesn't
But
tell
we
you
didn't.
anything.
Yeah, it wasn't like we had a comment section. I guess maybe at that point we had a forum. Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did, because I remember posting that like, hey, me and Derek are going to do a show. We're in like Guys and Dolls or something like that. It was like, if anyone wants to see it. I don't think it got one reply, but I was like, well, I put it out there. And this dude went. We met this dude with glasses after the thing.
Holy
I had to point
shit.
out glasses because he had glasses on. I don't know. I don't know how any other way to discern, whatever. But
I didn't know that.
wasn't that the first time we met you,
the first-
Kevin? Like you went to
One
that
of the
show.
first time.
You were at that show.
Oh, Kevin was the dude?
Kevin was the dude.
That's
What
Sparky?
the fuck?
And then he went, except I have a secret. And he went, it's me, Rachel. That's how we met Rachel.
Wow.
No. But
Way back then.
no, and then I think we saw him at Comic-Con, maybe.
We saw him at Comic-Con, and he took a picture with me, and then he made it his Dead Journal background or MySpace
Something like
background or something like
that.
that.
Something like
And I
that.
Which was
like,
it? MySpace or Dead Journal?
It was, I think no, it was Lightsaber.
Live
Journal.
journal. And I was, and it was funny. That was the first time I ever had a picture with a fan,
So
and it was Kevin.
So yeah, we running with them there, and then at Comic-Con, all these kind of San Diego things. Just ran into him a couple times, and then it was about maybe a year later, and we were filming our video E3 1975.
At my dad's house.
And we desperately needed, like, it was like we were doing an old E3, and it was like, well, in the video, there's like attendees at this thing. And all of our friends were already in the video. It was like, shit, we need extras. Like, never really done that before. Never really like asked for extras. And again, put a thing online, didn't really hear much back. But Kevin came. Mm-hmm. Kevin showed up to this thing like, I'll do it. And it was like, okay. It was like, and he was there the whole day. The whole day. We were doing the whole video. And it was like, dude, this guy is like so nice. Like, this is really cool. And when it ended, Kevin was like, hey, thanks for letting me do that. That was really good. I was like, don't, thank you. Thank you for showing up. And he was like, thank you. This has been like one of the most fun birthdays ever. And it was like, it's your birthday?
Oh my God.
What?
I do remember that.
It was. We were all just like, wait, I'm sorry, what?
He puts other people first.
it was his
He really
birthday.
So
did.
selfless.
He did.
And we were just fucking around. Garrett, I hate to do this to you, my friend.
Yeah, we need to have him on.
No. You no.
Oh, okay.
You stay. If it was Kevin's birthday, what day did we film the E3 1975 video?
Fuck.
Do you remember?
I was gonna have him come on and talk to you
No,
guys.
I just want to know if you could tell me.
What day was that?
What day was that?
That
Back
would've
in
been-
2005.
That
I'll give you
would've
the
been-
year.
That would have been
May
May.
23rd.
24th.
Great month.
May 1st.
That was close.
Just a
I
couple
knew
days
it. I
off.
just wanted to see if
It's in
you.
my calendar. I get a fucking reminder from Siri.
I kept getting people photoshopping the image of you with Kylo Ren when he was
yeah.
in your face, and people were like, "Oh, the new host of Remember Off."
Because we both look so scared.
And they have,
Sean
and
and
they
I are
have him
both so
saying,
scared,
"Name each
yeah.
other's birthdays."
great.
That was pretty funny. Anyway,
That was great.
that just is like that right there is like the Kevin in a nutshell.
Yeah.
You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
And
Selfless.
I'm trying to think of how I had another Kevin story, but I don't know how long we can go.
The
with
Kev
this.
segment.
Go all night.
We'll go all night.
Get him on here,
I'm
the
gonna
blush in
I'm gonna
front of
do
you.
another Kevin story.
Do you want to have Kevin on here? Should we move like Garrett leave? Or should
Yeah.
he says no. He's embarrassed.
When we were moving in here, here's another summation. We'll get to Rachel. We'll get to Rachel.
Whoa, don't you worry.
Okay, we're saving the worst for last. No, when we were moving into this studio, here's another example of that. When we were moving into this studio, we were setting up all kinds of stuff. And I don't remember what was going on, but there was one day that everything broke. It was so frustrating. Like trying to set this up. No, live streaming, that's not working. Our internet, that's dead. You know what I mean? It was just like 80 things. I was like at my wit's end. So I was like, let's just take a break and like get dinner, whatever. And we got Mexican food. At the time, I was not like I was not like eating carbs. I needed to like not eat the tortilla. So I needed a fork to eat it. And everyone got their food, opened the thing, they didn't give us any forks. And you know what I mean?
Come on.
Isn't it when you've had a hard day and someone fucks with your food?
It's the final straw.
It's like there's
Yeah.
nothing. It's like nuclear. And I sat there. It was like I was like a fucking like hurt baby. I was just a fucking crying man child. I was just like, Jesus, oh my God. I was so like every form of profanity came out of me. And I asked Kevin. I was like going to ask Kevin, like, did they give him a fork? Did they? And he fucking disappeared. It was like, where? At least there's got to be someone here I can complain about this to, you know? He was out of the fucking, it was like, is he even here? Did he go home? Like, what happened? And I never forgot this. All of a sudden I hear the door opening and closing. And I hear him come up the steps. And then I hear, you know, some rustling around. He comes in and he's got a fork. A fucking like silverware nice fork.
Whoa.
And he goes, there you go. I was like, what? And he went to the store and bought like a nice fork.
Whoa.
It wasn't even a plastic fork from like
Yeah.
a food place. He got it. And before I could even ask the next question, he was like, I already washed it. Like, it's good.
What
It
the
was just
fuck?
like, I hadn't even
Whoa.
vocalized my thought on that yet, but he had already knew to do that.
shine.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He saw the crisis.
I didn't
Yeah.
even say a
Forming.
word about it yet.
Crisis averted.
Puts
Yeah.
out fires.
I mean-
And that is Kevin in a nutshell.
Yeah.
And I'm getting like,
And Rocco
Oh,
in a
geez.
nutshell,
Oh, geez.
too,
but
to
I
be
really,
honest.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
it sounds fucking sappy.
No.
Sounds fucking
He's
sappy.
happy.
But it's little things like that that show you how big someone's heart is.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
And I was so like taken aback by that.
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening right
No,
now?
because you love
gosh,
Kevin. We're friends.
Cut this part out. Keep the open.
Yeah,
cut
right.
this part.
You're remembering how good that keto burrito was.
But I will,
So I
I will
was
tell
really
you, Kevin
like-
is right here and fine.
Yeah, I never forgot that, man. And
Yeah.
That's Kevin.
Rachel's very lucky. Rachel's very lucky.
She
Now
is.
Rachel
Oh.
was I couldn't believe like she came to game days like I don't know how many years ago it was at this point. 5 or 6?
Let's say
Yeah.
6. Let's just say it.
And it was just like she was just like suddenly part of all of us. Like
Yeah.
she was
Yeah.
just suddenly family, you know? It was like
Yeah.
I never seen anything like that. And she lived across the world. It wasn't like she lived in LA and came down here all the time. Like it really was like how they came across each other out, you know, of such a distance, like was really incredible. And it's unbelievable that happened and it happened at the right time. And, yeah, I'd never seen anything like that where she was just like one of us all of a sudden, you know? And, it really was like sitting there last night. I can't say enough. Like her dad spoke at the wedding.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was
And
so
he
nice.
thanked Mega64. He was
Yeah.
like for doing. I hadn't even
Both
like
of the
it hadn't
fathers-
even like occurred to me that like that event led to them. You know, it's like
Right.
Yeah.
they met each other how very lucky for them.
Right.
That blew me away. I
But
didn't
I
think
didn't
about
even
that.
think. I wasn't thinking about it in terms of connection to our event that we did.
Sure. But
And
both
when he's-
fathers, they mentioned
Yeah.
that Mega 64 was this catalyst, and it's like, wow.
Yeah,
fuck.
and when he said that, he was like, I want to say thank you. I'm not going to do an impression of her dad, but when he said, I want to thank Mega64 for doing that because they, that's what made all this happen. Whatever he said. That was like, I was like, okay, like couldn't take that, man. Like, that was like,
it was really
because I've had a lot of people say that to me before too, and other people that somehow have met people that way too. I mean, there was an engagement at Game Days at one point too.
yeah, that's
outside
true.
of that,
and now
but
I think they just had a baby actually.
oh well, there you go.
Damn.
Yeah.
But for her dad to say that was like too much for me, man. Like that meant like so much to me, and I did not expect this to happen. I'm really sorry, but
That's okay. That's
yeah.
crazy. I thought of more Kobe Bryant jokes.
Oh God!
Oh.
I never thought I'd be happy to hear that, but
Johnny, close up on me. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I just thought twice about it.
It was a great day. It was so much fun, and yeah, we just we're so happy for those two. So it's so nice.
Such a
It
good
was
time.
just so nice.
Such a good time.
It was a
hanging
beautiful
out.
wedding.
We don't get to hang out with like our whole group of core friends. That
Dude, Eric
for
came
no
down,
reason,
right?
Not for no reason. We're celebrating a wedding, but it's like that doesn't happen that often anymore.
Yeah,
now that
I
we're
did
older,
look around during the ceremony and then at the reception. It's like, dude, these are like all the people I love right here. This is
that's
so
what I was
great.
thinking. It was like I put my phone
Yeah.
away because everyone I know is in this room right now. Like that doesn't happen very often, and it was really meaningful.
yeah, it really was.
It
perfect.
was. I don't know. It was just
I had so
people who
much
flew
fun.
in. Like Meg flew in, and like Jordan came, and it was so much fun. It was
So many of our friends that
great.
are
It was great. And
yeah,
then again,
still here.
Disneyland was such a fun day.
Yeah.
Such a fun day.
That's the important message here. Is Disneyland was
That was fun.
was badass.
It was worth it all
Badass.
to go to
Well,
Galaxy's Edge.
I want to talk about Picard real quick. If
Oh,
we
shit.
have some time.
That's out.
It is out, and I swore I would never fall for the CBS All Access bullshit.
Uh-oh.
But here we are. They had to bring out Jean-Luc to come get me, and I signed up day one once the show was released, and hit play. I am like instantly. I'm just like goosebumps. Like, oh fuck!
Is
can't
it picking up at like where NXT
No, it's like it. This is like
left off? What is it?
This is
GR.
this is real time. So like whatever
Oh.
happened in the last movie, I think it was Insurrection, Nemesis.
Oh yeah. I
To
remember
now, we don't know. We don't know what happened.
that. Okay.
And I will say every Star Trek spinoff since then has always been past this.
Oh,
So this
okay.
is the first we've ever gone in the future is this show. So I'm watching it, super into it. And then 5 minutes in, after a super like intense scene, my internet dies. My modem is smoking. It's done.
Oh, no.
And,
Oh,
and I
review.
and
Not just an
my
outage.
fucking that's it. I'm like
Warp speed.
I don't know.
Engage.
I don't know what to do. I'm looking at my modem. It's like hot. Like, I don't know. Can those get hot? Like it was hot.
Yeah.
No, they should always be
Unplugged
cold.
it. I'm like, I don't know if I should plug this. I plugged it back in. No signal. Nothing. So I'm like, I gotta go to the fucking store and get a new modem before I can finish this fucking show. And so that was yesterday. It's been such a busy time that I haven't.
You haven't got it
I've
up?
seen that first 5 minutes. My internet just was destroyed. Took me another 3 hours to fix the internet, and now I can't watch it. So
Because you're out of time.
I'm out of time. I was all ready to watch it before the podcast. I'm like, I saw the first episode. Let's go, and then it didn't end up happening for me. So
It's probably the kids in a back bedroom downloading wares or something.
I was the one alone. It was just me in the house, and I was just
Wait, so
like,
you didn't finish the episode?
no, I only watched the
5
first 5
minutes.
minutes.
This is a killer review.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was thinking that part 2 was gonna be
No, part
so
two
then I
is-
came here and watched it.
I tried to. Part
Yeah,
two
what
really
is-
is. I bought a new modem from Walmart because they had more selection than anywhere else.
The modem capital.
I
Yeah.
guess. Dude, I went to
where you
Fry's.
go.
They don't have modems anymore. That place is donezo. I think.
Yeah, Fry's I think is secretly out of business.
Yes.
They're not letting everyone
I've been
know.
reading. No, I've been
Don't tell anyone.
I've been reading on Twitter how like they're supposedly a lot of like their vendors are saying like, yeah, we haven't been like paid in 6 months.
So they're just like liquidating.
yeah, that
assets.
basically they're done, but they haven't told
Walking
anyone.
through the store, I was like, "Where's your modem and routers?" Oh, we don't have those.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so right across the
Yeah.
street from that is Walmart. I'm like, oh, I guess let's go there. Came home and then you got to call fucking Cox and hook it up, which is annoying. So I called them and like, oh, this modem's been used before and returned, and you have to get the old person to deactivate their modem. This modem doesn't work. You can't use this. After half an hour on the phone with Cox.
luck.
You bought a used modem from Walmart?
I bought it new, as far as I knew, and then so I took it back to Walmart.
Fuck.
And now they're got to wait in the fucking returns line for an hour, and then the lady's like, "Was there cellophane on this?" And you opened it. I was like, "No." Well, it should have been cellophane. Yeah, I didn't know that. You just handed me the fucking thing.
Kill me now.
Not only that, but like it's electronics at Walmart. They won't let you touch the item until you bought it. So like they took it back on the register.
Dude,
So anyways,
they're just going to resell it to some other...
Did they take it back?
They took it back, and I exchanged it, and I finally was able to hook it up at home. It took me another half an hour on the phone with fucking Cox, and then I call Cox the second time and go, send up a modem, and she's like, looking at your history, you set up a lot of modems. It's like, not usually, just fucking today apparently.
What a thing to say to somebody.
I know. Anyways, so
That's a bane of my existence.
it really
is
was
customer service.
the second I got the internet to turn back on is it gotta go to the wedding, and that was it. So
So the kids
yeah, so
could
Kevin
watch.
and Rachel, I'm mad now. I'm mad at what you did.
Yeah. Welcome to the club.
I want to.
He's sad. He's mad. He's extra mad. You're all over the map.
I have a lot of
emotionally.
emotions. I feel too much, I'm told.
Hey, you know what? It happens.
Going back to Fry's. Yeah, Fry's is like there's something
Kaput.
weird going on with them. Like people were there for like Black Friday and like there's just empty aisles in here. Like something's going on with that. But I didn't hear like terribly great stuff about Picard.
Oh, really?
Like, I didn't.
Oh.
Yeah, well, not even necessarily that it sucked. There's just a lot of people going like, I'm waiting. I'm like reserving judgment. Like a lot of like, okay, it's the first episode. Maybe it didn't really, I don't know. People were waiting, kind of reserving.
Yeah, he is really old.
I think it does. I love Next Generation, and I don't think you can recapture what made that show so good.
I agree with you.
And I don't even think they're trying to. From the trailer that I saw, this seemed a lot more action oriented.
It did. Yeah. I mean, here's another thing is like, it's not a spoiler, I guess, because it's in the trailer, but like you see Data at some point, and he looks fucking old and silly.
We did talk
I was
about
like, why
that,
would this
yeah.
droid be old?
Which, I mean, hey, I get it. Data, he's aged. Fine. But like, I just watched half of The Irishman, and it's like Joe Pesci looked like he was 30 for a little bit. Like, you could have done something to make him look like old Data. I believe you could have.
I'm sorry. Did you finish Irishman?
No.
Okay. The Joe Pesci, they had to do some work on him, so that sometimes that looked kind of.
Oh,
fake.
whoever it may be.
But Robert, yeah. But I was just gonna say no. I thought Robert De Niro was overall pretty good.
Yeah, good. I mean, like, good enough where I was like, yeah, okay. And like, The Irishman, it's so long, I'm treating it as like its own television show. Like, I'm watching like
Little
11
at a
minutes
time.
at a time, and then
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
You gotta do
That's how
that.
I did it.
And honestly, every now and then I hear somebody say like, "Oh, you can't. That's not how you watch a movie. You got to sit down and watch the whole thing. You can't break it." But even like Scorsese, I watched. There's a thing on Netflix that's just him like roundtable talking with the cast. And I think he even says in that, he's like, I know people's viewing habits are different now, so that's why I didn't limit how long this was. You know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
like, people will start and stop it. So yeah, fuck it. Let's make
I
it
don't
4 hours.
understand like this. That's not how you do it. Well, that's how I did it. So I mean, did I see a different movie?
I think
miss
people
something?
want to like preserve the director's intent, like, and I think people assume that's what it is. Is like a director wants you to like sit down and watch it with no distraction, whatever. But again, Scorsese said that. I remember when Peter Jackson did the extended Lord of the Rings, and he was like, "Yeah, I make the home versions way longer because I know at home you're gonna pause it and like go do something." You know, it's like no, the directors get it; they understand.
Back in the day, they would have movie theaters playing movies all day long.
Yeah.
And people would walk in, have a seat,
Come in and out.
watch a little bit of it, leave. I think it was Alfred Hitchcock with Psycho, was the first person to say, like, if they're not there when the movie starts, don't let them
That
in.
is true.
And that was a big, like, game changer.
And I think for that movie, maybe that's maybe that
Well,
is
he
the
would
best.
say,
But
like,
my
he's
point
spoiled.
is, the history of cinema, viewing habits change. And it hasn't always been you have to sit there and take the whole movie in one breath.
Yeah.
That's how it's been for most of our lives growing up, going to the theater.
Yeah.
But, you know, ages ago, you come in, take it a little piece at a time. Now we have Netflix. You can do the same thing. So.
Yeah. And there are some movies that I would feel like I did. Somebody brought up in the chat 1917. I would not want to like pause and come back to that. The nature of the way that they filmed it, where it feels like it's all one kind of in one breath. I would would say from my perspective, that's not the ideal way to watch it. But everything, there's an exception.
Somebody was
for
watching
everything.
1917 at home, and they said, I was watching it late at night. I fell asleep. I woke up in the morning and finished it.
Yeah,
Would
it's
you be
not like it's...
You didn't see the movie.
Yeah, no. I
Watch it again.
I would say, like, do your best to watch it in one thing, but it's not, like, over. So anyway, yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Do what you want.
Irishman.
Can
I'm all
you
about freedom.
can you read Harry Potter if you just have listened to the audiobooks though?
What?
No.
Oh, so that
And because
That's where
Harry
you draw
Potter
the line.
is so good, and if you're listening to it, you're not getting it.
so there's the line, folks. Audiobooks.
I'm
Don't count
listening
as
to The
reading.
Green Mile right now as an audiobook.
Oh.
I found out about this app where you can hook up your library card to it, and then you can listen to
Yeah.
audiobooks for free through the app.
Yep.
But the only thing, it's called Libby.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Oh.
It's great.
I want to do that.
The selection is incredible. The only thing is like it's the library, so like there's only so many copies you can
Wait,
loaned
Sean.
out.
Audible.com isn't a sponsor of ours this week, is it?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
So like let's say there's San Diego County has like 30 copies of The Shining, and they are all being used by someone. They get it for 2 weeks, and then you put it on hold, and they'll let you know, oh hey, The Shining's available for you now, and then you have your 2 weeks.
So
to
it's
listen to it.
tied to your local library. The
Yeah,
city you live
your
in.
county library. Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say, like, hey, before you subscribe to Audible,
Yeah,
out Libby.
it's
check
called
that out.
Libby, Libby,
yeah.
and
Power to the people.
It
man.
is. It really is a terrific. It's awesome. And I wanted to listen to The Shining, but then I was like, oh, I can't do that right now. Okay, well, they got the Green Mile. Okay, good enough. I'm
Yeah.
happy with
Great.
that. Yeah, I never read the book.
I saw the movie, and then I read the book, both in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then like by the time I'm done with that, I'm sure The Shining will be available to me, and I'll listen to that next. So check it out.
On the subject of de-aging actors,
Sure.
I had not seen Captain Marvel before this week. And they de-aged Samuel L. Jackson through that whole movie.
Yeah.
And that's the best de-aging I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That was like, this looks perfect.
I'd agree with you there. That's
I couldn't believe it. I was like, I'm waiting for some parts that look weird. Maybe it would stand out more if I saw it on the big screen in a theater. I didn't do that, but watching it at home, I was just like, they nailed this. Like, he looked like 90s Samuel L. Jackson.
That's crazy.
Did you guys see that movie?
Yeah, I like it because it feels like a buddy cop. Parts of that movie, like the B plot, just feels like a buddy cop movie with Samuel L. Jackson and
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Captain Marvel. It's funny.
I knew a lot of people that kind of shrugged about it. I thought it was by no means it was not like the best of those movies, but I thought it had kind of a neat sci-fi story. I dug that. I didn't think it was so bad, but I didn't think Brie Larson was very good.
Oh, really?
Like straight up, I didn't think she was like. I like her too. Like I think she's great, but I just feel like I don't know. That wasn't like a great fit for her.
The character
Like
to
she
me,
just didn't seem like I don't know. It wasn't that engaging. Where like Scarlett Johansson's really like intense.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I don't know. She like didn't have that intensity. It was just odd.
that character is boring to me. It's like Superman. It's
Yeah.
like just you're a god. All right, you're boring. I don't know.
Yeah.
You wear blue
I
and
guess.
white.
I find Superman boring as well.
Yeah, and I guess maybe to play devil's advocate for Bree's sake, maybe it's hard to give some character depth to this
Yeah,
boring.
yeah. Honestly, maybe she had
God
hard thing.
hand, you know?
Really, yeah, she had difficult thing. Maybe it was difficult to work with that. I could see that because I do like her, and I've seen her in other stuff, and I think she's great.
I think Samuel
That was
Jackson's my
weird.
favorite part of that movie.
Yeah, he's excellent. No, I agree with you.
And the cat. Gotta
But
love the cat.
Going back to Superman being boring, I know that's always kind of I think a lot of people feel that way.
Sure.
And for me, I like Superman, but for me, he's got to be in that context of, I like him in the context of, I used to love the old TV show, and that was like real corny and real like, I'm the best American I could be. You know what I mean? It was real kind of like sappy in that way.
Yeah.
And Christopher Reeve was kind of like that too. And I feel like in that context, I enjoy him, but like this direction that he's taken where he's like in the same kind of dark space as Batman and all this other, then he's boring. Because then it is like, oh, he's in the same kind of atmosphere as them, but he has no limits. I don't know. Does that make sense? Like, I kind of like Superman as like this corny thing rather than something real serious.
As bad as that movie was, the Batman versus Superman one, it's probably the only time I sat in a theater and watched a Superman movie was that one.
Yeah. I mean, he's good in the comics, but the movies are all kind of like the same tone.
Yeah.
Of just all Americans smiling.
Just
wow,
too
isn't
white
this-
bread, too boring.
Yeah, just like the whole all.
Yeah, I don't
American
really
thing.
love the movies.
Gets a
I
little
did love
boring.
the old TV show where he was just kind of like helping like, a guy who had his restaurant ransacked or something. You know, like you know what I mean? It was like him helping like small time kind of thing. I don't know. I liked the old TV show. It was just corny and fun, but I never really loved the movies.
I like that Marvel goes
guess.
deep with their kind of lesser known characters. I don't know. In
Yeah.
my opinion, I guess Captain Marvel wasn't a huge,
They're pulling out all the stops.
But now they're going deep, and we're getting like a Morbius movie
Yeah.
with our
Spider-Man,
favorite,
Vampire.
our favorite actor, Jared Leto.
I think- did we talk about that on the last week's show?
Yeah, I think so.
we
brought
did.
it up.
I'm curious for that.
Marvel and DC had their 1000th issue come out of their like flagship
Wow.
comics in 2019. I think they were both founded. I'm probably wrong with the dates, but I want to say it was like 1939 or something. So Detective Comics 1000 came out, and it was like 12 unique Batman stories. And then a few months later, Marvel Comics number 1000 came out, and that was like this pretty cool retrospective of like every year Marvel has been around, kind of like the big heroes that came out that year. So, point is, Marvel 1000 was really a deep dive into all of these obscure characters from the 40s and 50s, along with the more prominent, well-known ones, and was really like, dang, these guys know their history and they're keeping track of it. So when you say like they're pulling out all these really deep dive characters, it's like, oh, they have all that stuff like codified and archived and ready to go. They haven't slept on any of their characters. They're just waiting for like the right time to unveil them.
Yeah.
Really, every comic book creator wants to eventually create their own character. So over the years, everyone who's been employed and written for Marvel has probably like gotten their tenure, gotten their level up to where they've pitched and like actually birthed a new comic book character. And there's rosters of them that are, some of my favorites are obscure.
Creator, writer, or artist, I don't know if I would want to get my own character over, or just like, hey, can I
Everyone's got an OC,
can
bro.
I do Wolverine? Can I Can I do Batman?
I think that's what you would love to start out as.
But
and
the
then
pressure must be so fucking like
right.
high, because everybody's done Batman and a lot of people have done it well. So what are you going to bring to the table? Anthony Birch from Hey Ash, What You Playing?
Yeah?
Did a Batman comic last year with John Carpenter.
He wrote it.
It was actually a Joker comic, and I got the issue, and I'll tell you, I was so fucking jealous. I was like, this dude, I know this dude. This dude's writing Joker comics. Like, how did he get that gig? Come on, that's so cool.
It was
and he got to work with John Carpenter of all people. It's not like, oh, Anthony Birch and Joe Schmo. It's fucking John Carpenter. He's working with John Carpenter on a Batman comic. That's like, that doesn't get any better than that.
I think he got that gig. I'm just guessing, but I think he got that gig because he did like kind of a smaller comic. They did a smaller comic about Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah.
And
Really?
I think he did that just kind of on his own.
That's
and
how
then
you
it-
get
and then
in.
it got- yeah.
You just create, and they're like, "Oh, I
This
made
is
this
good.
comic about nothing." People are like, "It's pretty good." You want to do Batman? You want to do the Joker?
Kevin Smith was doing Green Arrow for a while, right?
Oh, he does all kinds of stuff.
He still writes.
It's always interesting to me because I just got into comics last year, and I'm discovering how many prominent people who were well known for something else delve into the world of comics. Like Kevin Smith writes a bunch of comics. Neil Gaiman writes a ton of
wow.
comics. J.J. Abrams is doing, I think, a Spider-Man comic right now. All of these guys who probably don't need, I'm sure they're not making tons of money putting out comics, $3.99 little 12-page issues every week.
Yeah.
But it's just, you can tell they're having fun, and it's something like, I'm sure they've always wanted to do this since they were kids, you know, especially like Kevin Smith. That must be great. Someday, mark my
Yeah.
words, bucket list. I'm doing a Batman comic, and it's gonna be the best one ever.
No chasing the Predator with a bat this time.
You got to add your OC into your Batman comic, though. You got to come up with
Yeah,
some new villain.
Horatio.
Oh,
Horatio shows up in Batman.
Speaking of Kevin
Could happen.
Smith,
yeah.
we were. I was just gonna say I got a copy of. It finally came in. Jay and Silent Bob reboot. So we got to watch that.
Let's do that this
coming up.
week.
Yeah, this week we'll watch it. Hopefully review
Monday
it.
or Tuesday.
Hopefully review it next time.
Yeah.
I did not make it out to any of the screamings
They were
behind the screams. I didn't make it out to any of the screenings that they did. I kind of have I don't know how very high expectations of this, but but I got the Blu-ray, and what's funny to me is I remember Kevin Smith would pride himself on how many extras he would put on like a thing, but he would always do like 80 commentaries. You know, like that dude can't stop talking.
early podcasting.
Yeah, and there's no commentaries on it. I was like,
Whoa.
He got burnt out.
yeah, it's like what? I don't know what
Did
happened.
you get
or
the feeling he just kind of like, all right,
I
it's
really
done.
wonder.
Let me get it out.
I get this feeling like he kind of just doesn't care anymore.
We had a big bad health scare too
Yeah,
recently.
yeah.
He had a heart attack or
Yeah.
several or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he survived a heart attack, but
It was about
Yeah.
a year ago when this might have been closing production. I mean, I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. But then again, the last commentary that I listened to that he did like a 10th anniversary Clerks DVD commentary or something. I don't remember what it was, but that commentary is. I've always liked his commentaries, honestly. Like I thought he had, as an indie filmmaker, had some interesting insight back then.
Yeah.
But he did a commentary years and years and years and years later on Clerks, and they got in and out like a quarter of the way into the commentary, and the rest of that commentary is
Ew.
it is like
I don't wanna
it's
hear that.
them eating in and out while yeah.
Don't
Oh,
do
thanks, man.
that.
So yeah.
No.
This fucking part is so good. It's like I was sitting there just like, dude, like
What is
really?
Garrett on the
Like,
podcast?
Yeah. Is this a mid 2000s podcast?
You know what? I wish Netflix had commentary because
Yeah, me
I don't
too.
listen to commentary tracks. I'm sitting here thinking like, well, why? I used to like those, and I realized like, well, I watch movies on Netflix.
Yeah.
It would be so cool if they had commentary tracks on Netflix. I'd watch the damn movie twice.
There's some streaming service that has. Is it Amazon or someone?
Really?
There's something that does
think,
have.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, if
I've
you buy it
seen
on
it.
iTunes, you get
Yeah,
all
and
the
iTunes
features.
still have it
That's cool.
sometimes.
Okay.
Hey, what is the best movie commentary you've ever listened to? And Rocco, don't say your commentary for The Matrix because that is
yeah.
egotistical.
My own? No, my
Don't
own. No,
even
I
go
want to
there.
redo mine. I don't like
even
it.
go. Oh, really?
Yeah, I could. That was a lot I could have said that I didn't.
Oh, there's more
I
to
could've-
say.
I
More
could've
red
said
pill
more.
now.
I could have said more on Neo's list.
Fuck yeah. What is the best commentary you've ever listened to? Was there ever a commentary where you like felt like it made the movie better?
My two choices would be legitimately Francis Ford Coppola on the Godfather movies is fantastic.
Really?
It's all industry stuff, inside stuff, how he shot stuff. He just anything you could have wanted out of commentary on those movies, you get it.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Like it's just like it is him on his own 3 hours plus, and it's like wow, I just spent that whole time hearing his like so that's kind of classic to me. But in terms of both funny and informational, packed every second, this is gonna sound weird. Weird Al UHF. He literally
sense to
gives
me.
you the address and locations of every shooting.
shit.
Hey, if you want to, here's the fast food restaurant we worked at. If you want to visit it, it's at it's in Los Angeles at and he actually gives you like
Holy
shooting
shit.
location. And he gives you information on each scene, and then for each key scene where a new character comes in, that actor comes in. And like, I mean, even like Michael Richards shows up.
Whoa,
at
that's
one
great.
point. I don't know what era Michael Richards that was, or pre or post
The incident.
stand-up routine. But anyway, stuff like that. So it's full of information, and then that commentary track has something no other commentary track has ever had before or since. At one point during the commentary, he's talking about something, and then his manager, who's also on the commentary, goes, "Hey, Weird Al, sorry, could you give me a donut? I'm just hungry over here." And he goes, "Yeah, sure." And Weird Al gets up and walks across the screen, grabs a donut, and goes and sits back down. So they actually put a second copy of the movie on the DVD just so that one part could have Weird Al walk across the like that. Like the DVD was two-sided, and I kept thinking, like, why does it need to be two-sided? And it's just for that gag. And they moved the movie got put on Blu-ray just recently, and that it was not included.
Oh no!
So you got to find the DVD.
That's a rare collector's item.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I went
was
on.
thinking
I only have
That's
the-
a great answer.
I'll be real. That
I
question was for
don't
Rocco.
listen to audio.
I phrased it for
commentary.
everybody. It was just for Rocco.
I don't think I've ever listened to a director's commentary.
Really?
Once. I've recorded them with you guys.
The only ones
but
I would
I've
watch
never
was the
listened to
South
one.
Park episodes.
Yeah, those
back in the day.
those are good too.
But those are mini commentaries.
Yeah.
And that was fine.
It is funny though, because I feel like that has kind of gone by the wayside. I mean, it definitely has. Like,
Yeah.
you don't see those included as much anymore. But it's funny that when we release our stuff, like our Blu-rays and media like that, that's like the most requested thing. Like, I think that's what people kind of miss the most. So when we do stuff like that, I always hear like, "You're gonna do commentary, right? Like, where's the
dude,
even
the
when
VHS.
even with this VHS coming out, people were
People-
like, "Oh no commentary." It's like, no, we're gonna do commentary.
That was the biggest question with the VHS is, I don't know if I'm going to get it. It's not going to have commentary. It's like,
Yeah.
no, don't worry. We figured that out.
Yeah, and so
It's
yeah,
crazy.
I feel like people miss that. Yeah, and with our any of our Blu-rays that we put out in the past, that was the thing I heard about the most. It's like, oh, I get this, I get these for the commentary. So there's a thirst out there for it. Someone has it.
Damn.
So yeah.
Well, commentary is about to end on tonight, fellas.
Oh,
That was good.
thanks for that segue.
I like that. I really enjoyed
I
that.
sensed a lull in the force. Decided. Well, now Sean's bringing it back up.
No, wait. Is that what that means?
Yeah. Bring the energy back up.
Does it look cool?
Do we look cool, guys?
Meg?
Okay,
Who
it's,
turned her
it's
mic
time
on?
to reveal the twist of the show. Brian was not on the board tonight. Guess who was?
Who is that?
It was Meg.
What?
Wow.
Oh!
Wow.
God.
Who would have thunk it? If you thought the editing of tonight's show had a little extra female touch, now you know why. Meg came back, and I'm proud to announce.
Meg doesn't engage with the chat as much. I
didn't hear
noticed.
any.
I
didn't
You
hear any
mentioned
keyboard.
so many websites.
Minus 1,000.
You didn't post any links, Meg.
minus 1,000 on that, but I'm happy to announce she's back for good, and she's not leaving. So says I, the Jedi Master, the Cock Master.
What?
Remember there was a Halloween, I said that was my name?
I
It
mean,
was a
I-
reference. It was a
Okay,
reference.
all
That's not
right.
what I'm called.
Does
Anyway.
yours flash yellow when you hit it?
Yeah.
I think it does.
They changed different color. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yours flashes yellow.
Mine flashes yellow.
Nice.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Real quick before we go, shop.mega64.com is a great place to pick up whatever you need. If you need it, we got it. We got the best online store. Amazon wishes they were us. etoys.com wishes they were us. Is that even around still? Probably not.
They're gone.
Not since 2002 have they been around, but just goes to show you we're still around.
Super Saver
We
shipping.
win.
We win. What's another one? Pets.com. Are they still around?
Fries.com.
Fire machines.
Fries.com. You're out. Costco.com. You're hanging in there.
For now.
We'll see how long that lasts.
We got your number, Costco.
Yeah. InAndOut.com. Yeah. Maybe you could sell a burger, but can you sell a website? Nah.
KobeBryant.com.
Oh,
Oh, no. No.
no.
In search of webmaster. But we've got a lot of great items for you. Shop.mega64.com is amazing because we have the best stuff. That's right. Just this week, we put up, and actually, we're extending it tonight. We had a 64-hour special shirt that was only going to be around 64 hours. The frogs or worms or whatever shirt was only supposed to be up 64 hours, but we had like a lot of difficulty getting this podcast out on YouTube last week. There was a lot of trouble with that, but we fixed it. But a lot of people didn't even know like that came out because this is where we kind of talk about it. So we're extending that. If you didn't get that, there it is.
128-hour special.
Yeah. Yeah,
Another chance.
But that, and if you're watching tonight's also the last night you can pre-order the 64 sunglasses.
Yeah.
That's still up, but that's coming down tonight. I saw people wearing those at the wedding yesterday.
Yeah.
They were looking hot. They were looking great. So anyway, get those. But we got a lot of other great items too. Go to shop.mega64.com and check that out. Patreon.com/mega64 is also a great place with lots of exclusive stuff and even more coming this week. We've got a whole cannon blast of Friend Dimension coming to you this week. I don't know why it does that sound.
Sorry, I was adjusting my.
Oh, he's doing crystal stuff.
Adjusting my Kyber crystal. Sorry.
And it has been MLK stream. MLK Day was Monday, so we've been doing the MLK stream throughout the week, continuing it. But I have to say, I will apologize to a lot of people because there was a lot going on this week for us just in our personal lives.
Yeah.
And some of it I did want a mobile stream. Like these guys went out like skateboarding the other day.
Sean dropped in for the first time.
First time.
Fucking landed it.
I landed. I also fell, and I am in so much pain.
It's all on.
It really hurts.
It was all
but
recorded.
It's all there. We did it.
Yeah, and so there's been a lot of out and about streams. The plan was to do a lot of out and about streams. But the mobile stream apps are all like busted in some way. I've had a lot of difficulty this week. The default Twitch app will say like, yeah, you're live, and we're not. Or we'll use like Streamlabs app. Oh, no audio. It doesn't stream audio. What? And I never had trouble with that before, but we had a lot of struggles this week. And that's not just like on my phone. We have a lot of people here
Johnny
with brand new
us.
phones. And like it should work. And it really wasn't working. So that was part of it. And then another part of it was, frankly, it was like, I planned to, like, when we were doing the bachelor party thing on Wednesday, I was like, that'll be fun to stream. We'll stream. And even at the wedding yesterday, I think at one point we even talked about, during the reception, it'd be fun to go to that on the stream. But once you're there, it's like, am I gonna be the guy to like turn a live stream on and
In the middle of
hey guys, we're streaming. Look, we're streaming. And I feel like, it's those moments where it's like, what? Don't force that in. Like we're all like enjoying what this is.
You classed it up.
And I honestly had that thought when we were there on Wednesday, and it was like, I planned to stream 1,000,000 times on our Disneyland day and didn't. It was just like, no, I don't want to spoil. We got our own personal day. Let's really like enjoy that. And I think that mentality, because we even asked Kevin, it was like, Kevin, what do you think? We're building lightsabers. Should we turn the stream on for that? And he was like, let's do this as our thing. Let's do, because we were going back and forth on it. And I really thought, I think that might be why we're still together doing this after 17 years. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Is like not forcing content for the sake of content. It's like knowing when it's like, now, you know what? This is our thing. We'll do this for them, and this is our thing. You know what I mean?
Sometimes
because I know
you don't want to be on.
Yeah,
you just want to be with your friends and build a lightsaber.
You want to have a private.
You don't want
to,
play the camera too. You just want to just do it for yourself.
Yeah, and I really thought that. I was like, I really think that's why we haven't fully snapped. I said fully.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's by a thread right now.
Just hanging on. No, but you know what I mean? Anyway, I had that thought and I was just like, yeah, okay, that's fine. We don't need to necessarily do that. But I do apologize to everyone at home. You probably had to watch How to Be a Clown or whatever that video was one too many times. But I wanted to give a real quick shout out. Something that we did during the stream was one night I put on a Zelda fan film festival.
Fantastic
I
piece.
found a ton of Zelda fan films online and streamed all of them through for hour. I think it was like 4 or 5 hours worth of Zelda fan films. And one of them that we showed was a full 2 hours. Whoa. And these guys made it in 2008. I mean, they were like kids basically back then, and made this. It's a 2 hour movie.
Holy shit!
Where this basically it was the Legend of Link, I think is what it's called.
Ooh.
The Legend of Link, but yeah, the Legend of Young Link. Sorry, I missed that part.
Okay.
And he's got to work his way up to being Link and getting all the gear. And then once he does, there's a scene where he annihilates all these people to a Linkin Park song. Yeah. It was perfect. And it summed up the feeling of making a video with your friends in 2008. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to these guys and Real Life Glitch Entertainment. We told people about this. We showed this film, but it's on like an old channel that they have, but they have a new channel. They're still making stuff, and in fact, they just recently did a reaction video to them watching this for the first time in 12 years or whatever. Real Life Glitch Entertainment. I guess they were really happy that an audience got to watch it together.
Nice.
And it was a lot of fun. Shout out to them. They made a movie, a 2 hour movie back then. We can't even get it done. We're grown ass men. So we'll try our best.
In
You
honor
guys are
of
inspiration
MLK.
to us.
Yeah, thank you. In honor of MLK, they got an audience for it.
There you go.
Yeah.
So anyway, check out those guys. Those guys are awesome. Maybe we'll link to it. Maybe we could put a little link in the description of the
No pun intended.
podcast. Oh yeah. Anyway, it took me a minute.
Want to do final thoughts on this podcast?
That was my final thought. I don't know.
I have a final thought for the after show.
Okay.
I'll save it.
It's kind of the wrong.
After show is kind of like the leftover scraps. This is where you do it.
Because that's my final thought is like I got to leave during the after show because my girlfriend's making dinner and
This is killer material.
I know.
So that's your final thought
that's
for the
why
podcast.
I said I was going to save it for the after show, but you got to make me bring it up on the spot here. Roll with what I got.
It's all on Sean.
Sean?
Just, be good to each other.
Little Springer vibes.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Be good to yourselves and each other. Nice.
Yeah. I think Jerry had it right.
All right. Sean's going to edit this into the podcast. We're going to end it on this. Kobe dying.
Joker. I don't have access to proper mental health care. My gun.